I spent hours watching pro players and streamers to try to figure out their secrets, and now I'm going to share them with you. Tip number 1, ImperialHal. So ImperialHal is undoubtedly very good at every aspect of the game, something that has allowed him to be very successful. But one thing that he does that I'm not even sure if he realises that he does it anymore is that he's always partially behind a piece of cover as much as he can. Like, he's gotten very good at using and playing around cover, even like using the smallest of rocks. This makes it very hard for the enemies to shoot him and lets him win gunfights a lot more. And personally, this is something I've been working on doing myself, and so far it's working, so give it a go. Tip number 2, Aceu. This man has played many games before Apex. Probably one of the more notable ones is Counter-Strike, and something that he's picked up from this, and now he just does it out of habit, is that he's always on the move. He never holds one single angle for more than a few seconds. This allows him to always have the element of surprise because he's always moving around, they never know where he is, and it allows him to get easy beams on the enemies. Tip number 3, iitzTimmy. Timmy is always looking around him and planning his next moves. This, combined with his amazing movement, enables him to move around the map very quickly and prepare for third parties. And by looking around, and he's always planning, by doing this he can get insane games, like his 9,000 damage game, as what to do next is always in the back of his mind. He moves so fluently through the game. Tip number 4, TSM Reps. You may know Reps as the man who is insane at clutching. He's able to do this because he's gotten very good at setting the rules of the engagement. He forces the enemies to do or not to do certain things by peeking certain angles or picking off specific members of the team. Reps is also the anchor of TSM, and so he's often going into fights last and playing support legends. He does this insanely well, and TSM would not have been as successful without him. Tip number 5, Shiv FPS. You may recognise Shiv as the man who shouts a lot and says, how shall I put this, very non-PG family friendly words such as Shiv is a solo queue god and is not afraid to push teams and force them to take certain paths. This is one of the things that makes him him. He is fearless to take fights, very commanding in his lobbies, which is out of the ordinary for a solo player. Often people who solo queue are more passive and they don't like to take fights because they don't know the skill of their teammates. It's also out of the ordinary how much he swears. Maybe you could try swearing as much as him and it'll grant you success. If you enjoyed this and want to see more videos where we analyse pros, then let me know you liked it by hitting that subscribe button below and liking the video.